Hey, Wantrans here. Here's another efficient food leveling dungeon team I've optimized for you all. If you haven't already seen my solo Dragon 25 Tomb Lord build video yet, I highly suggest you do so. But you clicked onto this duo Ice Golem video, so let's go into the detail of the beauty of this team first. All level 25 dungeons, bosses that is, have a passive which negates damage from enemy max HP scaling skills and poison detonation skills that hinder very fast quick farming dungeon teams. So the clear time between soloing it and running a full team isn't that much different, and you can make the most out of your energy by leveling food on the side. Also, for most of us, the limiter for running dungeons is energy, and not time. So you can make the most out of every run by being as efficient as you can this way. With that rationale said, here is my 25 duo Ice Golem build, with Bad L and Aox. Bad L is well known for his continuous heals and poisons. He is self-sustainable due to his A2 ability, which places poisons on all enemies and continuous heals on all allies. Essentially, his poisons will be doing all the work here. Aox is a relatively new champion, and he's the best support to go alongside Bad L, as he has decreased attack and decreased crit rate debuffs on his A3, which prevent death along the waves and during the boss if a vengeance procs on the boss by accident while both adds are still alive. That aside, he has heals on his A2 which help for extra sustain, and more poisons on his A1, which help to speed up the run. His passive is also nice so that if anyone hits him, he can randomly extend existing poisons, which further speed up the run. Alright, so beginning with Bad L, Frenzy set is very important to make the run consistent. This build I would say is less free to play friendly, as the stat targets while being in Frenzy gear may not be as easily attainable for most people. But if you farm Far Knight regularly, you should be able to eventually have enough Frenzy gear to hit these stat thresholds. I will explain why Frenzy gear is so important during the clip of the runs, so you have more of a visual to understand my point. You can use any other 2-piece set to help reach the required stats. Every single stat target here should be met if you want the run to be perfectly consistent. Of course, there is a possibility slightly lower stats will still suffice. However, the more you can surpass these stat minimums, the more reliable the run should be. I've done sufficient testing, and with my current stats, I have yet to see a failed run across 100 runs. The masteries are optimized for soloing, as it focuses on all relevant offense masteries to speed up the run, which include all masteries which add more speed due to kills, and dead allies for consistency. Of course, Battle A2 needs to be fully booked at least. Now for Aox. He is much less stat intensive as far as gearing quality is concerned. I just have leftover spare gear on him. I'd say that regeneration isn't absolutely needed for him for reasons I will discuss during the clip of the run in action. A good alternative, however, is 2 or even 1 set of immortal gear on him, and it should suffice really. Something you need to pay attention to when building Aox for this purpose is that his HP must be higher than Bad L's, so that the mobs target Bad L. This AI manipulation will allow you to get away with much lower stat targets shown here. And same idea as before, it's possible that lower stats can still suffice, but the higher you can get above these thresholds, the more consistent the run should be. These masteries are optimized and designed to help keep Bad L alive and to give some extra defensive stats to Aox, as he's acting as a support to Bad L to soak up damage, which is especially needed during the boss if Vengeance is triggered when 2 adds are still alive. Aox should be fully booked ideally. Now let's watch Bad L and Aox turn Ice Golem 25 into a cakewalk. The reason why Frenzy set is ideal for Bad L is that during the waves, when all mobs focus targeting him, he will continually gain turn meter as he loses HP, and this will allow him to squeeze in much more turns, and that more turns mean more poisons, which eventually speed up the run. The extra healing from the regeneration or immortal sets for Aox is only to help him survive. If due to RNG, Aox HP drops significantly enough lower than Bad L's and all the mobs begin to target him. He can take too much damage and suddenly die if he doesn't instantly heal back up to full when he gets a turn, so that the mobs go back to targeting Bad L. Let's just do one more run to show how reliable this build really is. The other reason why Frenzy Set is ideal for Bad L is that when the boss does Vengeance and 2 ads are still alive due to bad RNG, it does enough damage to Bad L that he will gain enough turn meter to instantly go again and allow him a chance to quickly recover health. This is clutch especially if the boss has nearly 100% turn meter and is about to go again right after a Vengeance attack, where the combined damage of the 2 attacks can kill Bad L if Bad L cannot get a chance to instantly cut in between by the use of the Frenzy effect. I hope that this build will help you make the most out of your energy when farming Ice Golem for artifacts. If you have any questions about this build, feel free to post them in the comment section and I'll do my best to respond in a timely manner. I appreciate you all, and until next time, Wan Trans out.